Okay, and I do believe I have turned my microphone on. There we go. Hey everybody, I'm Yvonne with Back to Earth Creations and welcome to today's live stream. Today we are going to be working on developing the prototype of one of our new leather leaf masks. So it's going to be based on our single leaf mask, but I want it to be extravagant. So we're going to be trying to figure out how to do that. I'm going to go ahead and get switched over on into the other room and I will meet y'all over there. And I'm actually going to try to show you guys how to open up, well, through the newsletter. I think it just directs you to the YouTube channel or to the Kick stream because we are dual streaming on those today. And so technically, I should be able to make the page refresh. I don't know how to work it. There we go. So you would just click on our channel and you follow the link. Now normally, yep, it'll be right there. And we'll click that and that pulls everything up. Hey, Saki girl, how's it going? Hi, Vaughn. Hi, Randy. Hey, Maz Angel. Hey, Randy. I thought I did Botrix correctly, but I might not have. Could you double check that for me? And I'm going to make sure that I have it. Okay. Okay. All is great here. Oh, that's good to hear. How are you doing, La Soterica? So this is what we've got going on over here so far. So this is one of our antler headdresses that we made years and years ago, but it's still good. Layered with, and you can see it had that like Celtic knotwork that we cut out with foam, and I'm just like, I'm not really feeling that. So I may end up remaking this one, but I wanted to see how it layers with just our basic leather leaf mask, and quite frankly, I think it layers beautifully. But I want to make something that is same concept, but kind of all one piece. So I'm going to need to be figuring out the base layers because the construction on this style of headdress. Hey Leah, hey Tashers. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. Hey Michelle. Nothing is swollen today. Oh, that's good to hear, La Soterica. So with this one, ooh, it slid down. That's okay. We have some elastic that ties in the back in two spots. Well, it ties in one spot, but with the way that we have it fed through right here, this band would go around kind of the center back of your head, and then this part here that ties would tie under near the nape of your neck where your hairline meets, and that gives an opportunity for folks with longer hair, or really you can pull it off with shorter clips and stuff too, but it is just an opportunity to be able to pin the thin elastic and hide it into the hair or even a wig. For some of the different costume purposes, I've seen folks do, thank you baby, amazing things with wigs. Hey Viking. Oh, Michelle says she's on the upswing from getting sick as well. Oh, that's good to hear. Summer is like the worst time to be sick, I think, because like in the winter, I don't know, at least snuggling up in bed is fun. But yeah, so it's just a little headdress. But so those construction points are what I usually use, and then having a large piece that sits on this like kind of front of the head. Thank you, Randy. It will keep things relatively stabilized. Now I have this tied extremely loosely on me. Hey Belinda, how's it going? But yeah, so with this, you can see I actually use just regular old screws to attach the antlers down to the base. But I want to merge this style where it's basically a headband. You can see that construction there on the inside. I want to merge the headband with the mask itself. And here I've used some thermoplastic which I was going to line this with some 2mm foam. Sorry, I've got like cat hair and my own hair and all kinds of stuff in my eyeballs. And then I have 2 fans blowing at me because it's hot. So, okay, there we go. But with the thermoplastic that's right here, that does give shape to this thinner leather. It gives you shape for the nose bridge, but I am going to need to apply some foam to make this comfortable to wear, and then also heating it up and pressing it, like really getting it ground into the leather. That way it doesn't just peel up. Now let me test on this side. It still peels up a little, but it's harder to get it to peel up that way. So I'd like to not have to use the thermoplastic if I can help it on the next mask style. But we're going to be just working on the different layers and getting it beefed up. Oh no, Michelle says, yeah, we went to SeaWorld last Friday and it started Sunday. It was miserable, but much better now. Oh, I'm so glad you're feeling better. Oh, Tashers. Well, thank you. And then, am I able to have 2 windows at once pulled up on my tablet? I'm going to have Kick and that. Oh gosh, and this is only at 55%. Well, that's okay. We'll get it figured out. Oh, well, thank you, Belinda. Says the leaf mask is really neat. Thank you. I dig it. I dig it a bunch. Well, and I'm not able to do. Well, I should still be able to see the chat, so that should be just fine. Well, thank you, Saki girl. But yeah, so I guess let's go get the heat gun. And I was going to try to prototype some things out in foam, but we may just dive directly into it. I don't know that I'm going to be able to run this without blowing a fuse. I'll just do it over there. Okay. Just a sec, y'all. I'm going to be off camera for just a minute just to heat this up over here. So, potentially loud noises. I know it probably sounds like a hairdryer. Do what, baby? The thermoplastic is for structure, because this is a very thin leather. And if a person were to wear this and like sweat, then they're going to be, the leather will kind of just lose its shape. And since faces can be very sweaty, I thought it'd be a good idea to have a little bit of something rigid that can be heat molded with, gosh, like a hair dryer or just a heat gun, like how we have here. It can be molded to fit different face shapes, so that's really nice. But yeah, it gives just a little bit of structure to specifically the brow and bridge of the nose area. Hey Christina, how's it going? But that's a really good question, Walk. Hey Sarah. Okay, y'all, I also, before I forget to bring this up, today is the last day that we are accepting pre-orders on our malachite surprise tops. So if anybody is still interested in getting a malachite top pre-ordered, now would be the time to do that. And I do hope to probably be able to do like 1 batch of pre-orders a month in different styles, but we haven't done a bit of tie-dye since our last tie-dye update. Like, we got all of our blanks washed, and I got a couple more pieces gathered from like around the house, but tomorrow, I do believe we dive back into cranking out some tie-dyes. Do we do this on the website? Oh yeah, backtoearthcreations.com/tie-dye, or you can just go to our website, Back to Earth Creations, and it'll be under the jewelry and more, and then there'll be the tie-dye page in the drop-down menu. But yeah, so I kind of want this mess is yours, this mess is yours and mine. Hold on, my darling. So I don't have my T-pins, I just have some regular old pins. And I think Abby still has my pins up in the attic, so my pink ones. So we'll have to figure that out. On my darling, this mess is yours. This mess is yours and mine. So I'm just putting this one on the front for structure because I want to figure out where the connection points are going to need to be for, and I think I want to use this leather. It's got a nice, really fine grain, so it's not going to be leaving a bunch of like crud in the, I'm just going to move this over here. Oh, everybody's saying hi, Randy. Say hi, Randy. Say bye, Randy, because we're actually moving back over here. Hopefully I don't flip my whole table, but we'll see how this goes. Yes. Sorry, I thought I'd answered that. Okay. So this is just a 24-inch cork head that I like to use for like styling wigs and prototyping. There we go. They're what we display our headdresses on in the booth as well, because they are so much more resilient than the styrofoam heads. But and I can pin to them. And it's got a nice little center line and everything. And then they're very easy to just shift and figure things out. Okay. This is yours. With your thread burner. Oh, what are you doing? Well, hey, kitty mama. So I'm just experimenting now with some other little cutout pieces of leather. This one we had cut out on our Cricut, but I'll be hand cutting out everything from here, either hand cutting or using the die cutter. Locked and loaded. Randy will crank my lever and we'll make it with that thing. He says anytime I need it. And I'm hoping that by piecing these pieces together, then that will, sorry, fiddling with the camera. I'm really hoping that by piecing the pieces together, it'll give us an idea of how to construct this. Ooh, Michelle says I have one of those head setups and I love it. It makes making headpieces so much easier. It really, really does. And we have a glass one over there wearing my safety goggles, Hetty. Oops. Oh, I found my curved needle. And I think I dropped a pin. There we go. But yeah, by just attaching some different bits and bobs in little places, this will help me to know how I'll need to modify the design. Oh gosh, that'd be perfect, honey. Ooh, Ray says, will you be sharing the pattern for the leaf? I will. We're actually going to be putting together our digital download page is going to get reassembled on our website. And that way we'll have the leaf template both for the basic mask, and it'll probably just be one big template that has within it the different leaf sizes and like mask layouts. So if that makes sense. So I think this is similar but different from how we had set up last time. Was that in Monday's live stream? Y'all, that feels like a lifetime ago. It has been an amazing week. I genuinely took off. Well, kind of. I kind of genuinely took off Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Like we did our Tuesday tutorial, which thank you to everybody who popped by the premiere for that. I know that the premieres are still a relatively new thing being brought back to our channel, so not everybody's used to it yet. But I also understand that it's not everybody's thing, so I don't mind that a bit. Because the difficulties that I'm facing here now with this is, I guess I could have the horns come out of there or out the back even. Which we've got. These are the little deer antlers that I like to use from the Walmart. But they're like $4. I couldn't make them for less than that. Like the clay or whatever I'd be using would cost more than that. Oops. How do I get these open? Oh, I don't. I see. Uh-oh. Were you making eyes for a while? I was looking for them among the cabs. I was making eyes for a while. We don't currently have any for sale. I've become very, very sensitive to the smell of nail polish over the years. And haven't quite found my way back around to making dragon eyes for sale yet. Oops. Hit myself in the face. I always feel like I'm dodging a tripod or trying to stay in frame. They're good for the price. Right on. Yep, it's our still our we normally go on 2 p.m. on Fridays, don't we? For like a few years now, right? For our Friday live streams. Okay. Let me see if I can get the knot unknotted. Well, how are you doing today, Itzy? Oh, hey, Beth. Kinda to cover the head. I'm gonna try to make horns for sticking out the back, y'all. I have made a mess out of this knot, but we can get it. Where's a knitting needle? Okay, my favorite way to get knots figured out, you guys, is to just get a knitting needle in there and to start trying to loosen things. The worst thing that I can do, it seems, when trying to undo knots is to just make things tighter and tighter by pulling and tugging on it. And then that's going to open it up for trying to do other things. Thank you, Randy. Oof. So here, hopefully we can see. Belinda says, well, I can understand that having had lung cancer. I'm paranoid about all kinds of fumes now, but I'm looking for some eyes and thought of you. Right on. Well, you could always send us an email, backtoearthcreations@yahoo.com, to let us know what you're looking for, and we'll see if we can help you out. So my beautiful husband has just pinned the comment on both YouTube and Kick that if any of y'all are interested, today is the last day on us taking malachite pre-orders, malachite top pre-orders. I'm not wearing mine today because I'd been wearing it. Oh, there we go, and just like that, it popped loose. I've been wearing that top every Friday for like 3 weeks, and all of my thumbnails were looking like the same video. So I was like, I guess I should wear a different shirt. But it's okay. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh, I love it. Okay. On my darling, this mess is yours. This mess is yours. There we go. And eyeballing Vaughn's. Oh, storage solutions. Which storage solutions? Because some of them cause more problems than they fix, but I'll take it. So already I think that looks pretty neat. But yeah, we would have the, so this is letting me know, regardless of what horns I do end up using, this is letting us know where I'm going to need to put that headband strap. And then that headband strap will give me places that I can start attaching things. Because my favorite thing to do with these ones, I'll show you on a different package. The construction of them is that they are hollow and they're rubber, which is phenomenal because if you've got anything sticking out odd from a costume, it can really help to have that thing be flexible. But if you're able to see, there's this hole in the bottom, and I like to fill the whole bottom section of this with like a plug of hot glue, and then I'll put an actual screw, like just like a self-tapping screw, through the leather into the bottom of this and screw it in. And that way, you know, the screw goes into the hot glue and it holds it on. And that's been my favorite way of attaching these. Now there's probably, ooh, Sarah says, is this for Dragon Con? Yes, but also I'm going to put them on my website because Mama needs money. But yeah, these are going to be one of the things that we do for Dragon Con this year. I just wanted to get the prototype figured out. That way, the gentleman, our friend James, who comes and helps us on Sundays now for shipping, we don't have as many packages to ship out as what we used to. So paying him the same like $50 for coming over to ship, like sometimes it's as low as like 10 packages. Well, we're adding to his workload. So, and I'm going to have him cut out leather for me. So, we're going to see how that goes. But I don't want to have to lay off my friend just because sales are slow. So I figured branch out into leatherworking. That, and he's very good at leatherworking, you guys. Like, his strengths are right where my weaknesses are, which makes him the best business partner because I really enjoy doing meticulous, lots of tooling, and he does very, very good at like sleek, smooth, like minimalist leatherworking. So he's very good at clean cut lines. He's very good at getting things to be like lined up and stuff. So I'm excited. I'm very excited about that. Let's see. I kind of want a bigger. Now, I'm not going to be pinning this one, but I do think it'd be pretty cool to have like an additional little leaf with like a gem or something on it. That would be really cool. This mess is yours. This mess is yours. What do y'all think? Does it need little cheek leaves? Sometimes you don't know till you try. Oh, moss, yeah. No, not that size. I don't know. I think I'll leave it like this for now. And now, oh, well, thank you, Sarah. So I'm gonna move our noggin back off to the side. The thing is, I just do wish the clamp were a little bit deeper so that I could fit it onto my table. Deja vu, really, Michelle? That's so cool. I always take deja vu as a deja vu as like a good sign. Unless. But actually, some of the very first videos to our channel were recorded right here in this spot. It might have been a little closer that way or that way, I'm not certain. But working on my Wild Guardian costume. Ah, really, Michelle? Well, that means I'm on the right track. Okay. So I'm going to take this foam. This is just the 2mm Silly Winks foam from the Hobby Lobby. Hey Becca, how are you doing today? So I'm only going to prep as many as what I need right this moment. Okay. All right. I need to relax because there's no pressure on anything. We are experimenting. We are having fun. We're getting our shiz figured out. And there doesn't need to be any stress in that. I don't need to be producing something immediately. I need to be making mistakes right now. The goal is to be making mistakes right now. Because this is the prototype. I want to find out what can and will go wrong. That way, when we're making them and I am trying to, produce something and have it be ready to go, well, that way I can anticipate, yes, positive thoughts. That way I can anticipate all the tomfoolery that may arise. I'll be right back. Ooh! Roaring 20s. I love it. Sorry, my niece is playing Roblox, you guys, and I've never seen this before. I'm sorry, but am I not supposed to tell everyone that you're playing? Well, it's the coolest game I've ever seen, and I kind of want to download Roblox now because. We talked. Ooh. Oh, really? Oh, and she's got like her friends, like, I don't know, it's adorable. And I love like she'll like talk smack about the other people playing naturally. Oh no, well, hey Tara. I ran out of coffee and I have a headache. Ooh, drink some Wawa and pretend that it's coffee. Just sniff the empty can and then drink water. Like, try to trick yourself. Hey Al Gold Prospecting says, hello, how are you doing? I'm doing really well. We're making this mask. Hey Wendy, could you help me with something? could you print off my leaf template? It's in Dropbox under the Patreon templates. Y'all, this was the tea. I don't even like Altoids. Like, I don't dislike them, but I've never bought them on purpose. But I love the little tins for hiding things in. Like, the only time I've ever bought Altoids on purpose was not for the mints. It's for the tin. Okay. Well, that's just stuck on there, I guess. So it looks like what I think I want to do, like, we're going to look at this together so that I can share my thought process with y'all, and just in case it's helpful to you. So this mask needs to be the absolute frontmost piece, unless of course we put a cute little leafy thing on the floor, but unless we put a little leaf right there. And so I've moved this out of the way because what I need to figure out is the underlying structure, because I think what we're going to do is have a layer of leather that will be sitting directly to the face, sandwiched. Oh, that's just stuck on there, but oh well. But whenever this mask comes down, I'm visualizing there's an underlayer of mask going on there. Thank you, baby. That is going to be... All right, this is the same size. This is our current leather template, and I'm like, I don't feel right selling it because I need to make it better. Where'd Christina go? Ah, Christina just pre-ordered a malachite. Oh, I'm so excited. Excedrin has caffeine. No, no. Life is too fooling. You're too boring without tomfoolery. I agree. So what I'm going to do here is, hey, Wendy, can I use one of the scissors from your drawer? I don't want to dull my leather on paper. 88-cent Walmart scissors. Activate. So I'm just going to cut this out because I do not want to get silver Sharpie marker on our other mask. Ah, Christina says, I'm excited too. Oh, that's awesome. Now, something that I would recommend doing too is we could go outside and we could pick some actual maple leaves and start layering them. But I wanted to see how much of this I could achieve with the die cut maple leaves, because I can just use a die and like cut this out. And I need to experiment with cutting out where this part doesn't get cut out. I want to be able to just cut out, like focus in different spots, and I don't know if that's possible. So we shall see. But the more time and energy and effort we put into getting our template right, the easier all other stages of our project will be. I'm sure those of y'all who sew can relate to that, where it's, you know, if you do a good job cutting your fabric out and following the pattern, you're going to have an easier time sewing. Or at least that's always been the theory. I've never actually achieved that. This mess is yours. This mess is yours. And we're just going to cut out our paper. Look at me, using scissors like a champion. And then we can also get a little sloppy and lazy too. But remember what we said, Vaughn. The more time and energy and effort we put in right here, the better the whole project is going to be. So even when I am impatient, I should not rush. So now just cutting around that curve. Because also I think cutting out a template helps me to refamiliarize myself with what I should be expecting from the piece. And it's just kind of tracing your finger over the lines before getting into it. Or in this case, tracing your scissors over the lines before getting into it. Now, and also I have to admit, I think I based this off of a sycamore leaf instead of a maple, but I think that'll be fine. Christmas is young. Okay, and I do like to have just a little bit mirror moded here and here. Now, also what I'm going to do, well, I'm not going to trim it off of this one, but so right here, if you can visualize with me. What's up, baby? Ah! My head fell off. Yeah, there's our Randy Scotch there in the background. He's beautiful. I love him. He's such a good egg. Huh? And so if you can picture it with me, when there'll be another mask layer underneath here that will be attached to these other layers, and that's what we'll do all of our sewing and attaching to, but then it will sandwich that thermoplastic. So that being said, I want to see how these need attached. All right, no more scotch for you. So I'm going to pull off these 3, perhaps. Ow. That pin just stabbed the crap out of me. But okay. Ooh, upside down too. That would look really cool. Because I kind of want to do like a bird beak, like a leaf bird, but not today. I may have it only come down to the eyeball. So I'm going to fold just to get that first cut going. But this is going to let us see how to cut out this layer so that the other layer looks super cool. Maybe. Oh, this is the hardest part for me, you guys. Because I don't remember how I had it on the other one, but so let me get, oh, my whole situation's wrecked. Oh, that's fine. It's fine. Oh, I just needed this mask to be able to hold it and see. So yeah, these ones would sit very much like kind of, how far out do we want that lobing? Because I feel like that covers too much of the leaf behind it. Think about like that. Which then lets me know that this one's going to sit there like that, and then we can just mirror it from there. Okay, I need, well, I'll use this marker. My marker doesn't work. Crap baskets. Oh, it works on the leather though. Harumph. Hey, Wendy. Do you have one of those gray pens that I can steal? Oh, wait, I've got this, which I think specifically is a fabric pencil or something. It also doesn't work, but I'm going to keep trying anyways. So by coming through this way, because I think what might be really freaking cool is if on this section, it's larger. So if we come out to there and then just have it extend like this, and then it'll join up. Okay, that should work. Ooh, the kiddo is joining us this weekend. Oh, what does that mean, Tasha? Somebody helping in the booth? Lost my pencil. There it is. My on my darling. Here, I need to make sure that I have the nose translated as well. That way I can flip it. Man, I really did that off center. I don't even know what I was doing. Is that all right though? Uh-oh, I did not center this on the, that'll be all right. And so coming through and just tracing the edges of this. Because what we may run into is that I'm not able to cut this out as just one big piece like this, and that it may be necessary for me to okay. We don't have a show this weekend. Next weekend, yes, but my kiddo is coming over to chill this weekend just to hang out. Oh, that's awesome. Well, I hope y'all have a blast. Oh man, this just looks like a scribbly mess of nothing. Oh. Because I don't want to do too many layers of material and have it get bulky and unruly, you know? Oh, I hadn't said, I'm just thinking. But it's so hard, you guys. And I'm sure y'all experience this as well. Looking at this and trying to visualize it being this. So it's like I'm trying to not get discouraged that it's like just because this looks like ugh, does not mean that our end result project is not going to turn out well. And I don't always take there's no right way to get where you're going, but I don't always take the easiest route that I could, I guess is a fair way of putting it. So I'm going to place this down And then we may just have something that we then start riveting other pieces to. So we may not necessarily need to cut this piece out. We may only need that really helps add some context of what on earth is going on over here. And so I feel like the leather portion for underneath would really only need to be and we'll figure out a nice curve for that where it's flattering. Because I like for things to be when I'm wearing a mask, I want it lifted up from my face just a little because I got real chubby cheeks, y'all. And whenever a mask sits too tight, it gives me this like forced line that I don't think is fun. So if we have the mask be elevated by like a layer and have the part where the weight of the mask is being borne on the face a little higher up than what's actually being covered, like does that make sense? Good for my sister. He's been working his tail off at work and also college. I'm so proud of him, but it'll be nice to hang out. Oh, that's gonna be so cool. Well, hey, Pink, how are you doing today? And then, in which case, we can have this come up. This mess is yours. This is yours and mine. And there'll be an attachment point here, I think. I think I'm going to need more attachment points behind it, but no, because those will be attached to the headband. It'll be okay. Nice to have crafting company. Right on. Well, I'm so happy to get to keep y'all company while you craft because I know that this can be lonely work. For me, at least. I know that. I almost feel as though I should take this as an opportunity to have an even bigger leaf happening. That way. And also, I think it is very important when designing, do not worry about price. We will trim that down later. Dream your biggest dream whenever you're, this is me coaching myself through this. Dream your biggest dream so that when you pare it down to fit into reality, you've got a lot to prune. And we don't necessarily have to make it follow the exact same pattern, but I think I'll be all right. My darling, this breath is yours. So this may end up being an attachment point like as well. Let's see if we can cut this out. I'm gonna try to be real lazy and see if we can just fold it in half and cut them both out at once. Nah, I don't think that's gonna work. So now just cutting this out of the foam because I would rather spend $1 piece of foam to cut out our pattern than paper just doesn't translate as well. It doesn't have that, like whenever I try on a piece of paper, it doesn't fit as well as what foam does. I really think it's worth it, to me at least, to spend the dollar on the foam to, you know, carve out a template and get it figured out. I don't need to be cutting off my foam like that because then I can't use that scrap to figure other parts of the pattern out. Yeah, I never know what scrap I might be able to utilize. Well, welcome back, everybody. So what are y'all working on today? What are you up to? It's going to look very spiky, like Sonic the Hedgehog or something right now. But we can fine tune that in post. So just coming through, doing a little snip, 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 snip. Yum, yum. Uncle's ice cream creamy. And I'm not going to trim the end on this because I always trim it off later. Surprises for the camp along. Oh, Michelle. I'm so excited about the camp along. I cannot even. It's going to be so nice. I hope I hope the weather's fantastic. I know the company's going to be great, but I'm hoping the weather holds out. It's going to be so nice to go to this campground without a twisted ankle, knock on wood. Though it's a cool enough campground that even with a twisted ankle, I had a fantastic time. And so I'm just coming through, cutting this out. There we go. Set that off to the side. That looks ridiculous. It's fine. Just getting a little cut going. And this should be an easy enough design to modify to not be a mask and just be a headdress, because then I can just do a line like there or something and have it sit over the brow ridge. Been making pink and bright orange bracelets, but working right now while I sneak peeks at you and crafters. Right on, Christina. Hey, Brooke, how are you doing? Hey, Randy, can you, thank you. But this will make better sense in a little bit, hopefully. We'll see how this looks. Now we're just going to cut out. The eye holes do not match. It is so important to get the eye holes to match. All right. So let's see. So this would be sitting beneath this piece. Pretend with me for a moment that it actually looks nice. Michelle says, yeah, I needed a break from trying to close my half Persian 3-in-1. Oh, goodness. But yeah, so it gives us a little bit more leaf off the sides, which we may or may not enjoy. It gives us a place where we can attach this leaf, which one of the things that I do enjoy using for, well, those are buttons. There we go. We've got our paper brads. What's that, honey? Oh, I don't even know. Thank you for the follow, though. I'm always grateful for that. It gets our numbers up. So I'm using a 5/32 inch hole punch because this should be, I could use a little smaller. I need it to be accommodating of my brads. I'm just using a rawhide hammer, loud noises. It probably seems silly, but it's easier to just use the hole punch on the foam as well. And now we can get all of this pieced together. I don't know that I'll be using rivets. I don't know that I won't be. Ooh. Ooh, long needle. Right on, Christina. Oh, I don't do needles. Grocery stores do something similar since bakeries, for example, lose money net-wise. The other departments offset the bakery would consider that. Huh. Ah. Yes. No, I understand what you mean. The first part of your question was, I feel you on charging, but maybe you could offset the cost of the rings with something else so you're not losing. I don't think that was to me. Ah, making herringbone rings. I'm not a fan. No way I can charge what they're worth. Going to fill a tray. Oh my gosh. Okay. Don't mind me. Oh, I don't mind you a bit. You're going to fill a tray and give up on that. Go ahead and charge what you feel you need to charge for them. If you decide that they're not going to sell for, like, let's say if you want to charge like $30 for them, if you decide that they're not going to sell for that and then put them out for way cheap, for like $5 or $10 or something, then yeah, you're never going to sell one for 30. Put them out and charge what you feel you're supposed to charge for them, and I guarantee you they will sell. They may not sell as quickly as your $5 ones, but you're denying your clients the opportunity to pay what your work is worth if you just decide on the front end. And it's not to be this way, I'm wrong a lot. So if I just went with, oh yeah, I'm going to be right on this, and like priced it at $5 instead of 30, well, I'm the one shooting me in my foot. You've got to give your clients the opportunity to let you down, and I promise you they won't. So, from my own experience, but it's that positive mindset kind of stuff. It's just, you got to believe in yourself and take the risk. Okay, so these are just little paper brads, and I use them as pretend rivets for whenever I want to piece a piece together. Congrats, Itzy, on level 6. Asher says, you say Brads, and I understand what you mean, but keep picturing a dude by the pool with sunglasses just chilling named Brad. There's a friend or two also named Brad. These are the Brads. I could use some Brads if they're into like yard work, like, or something. So I'm thinking that the headdress is going to have multiple segments. It's going to have what I'm going to refer to as the faceplate, which is this, and then the headband, which is going to be the next part. Christmas is yours. because this part here is going to be what goes around perhaps in the center of the headband. Army of yard working brads. I'll take 2, please. So many weeks, right? Oh, thank you so much for the raid, Erica. How are you doing, baby Hulk Rage? How did your stream go? So I think I'm going to do this one right here. And I think I'm going to do this one right here. When in doubt, rough it out. We're just going to keep trying. Hey, sugar. Okay, so then I'm just going to feed the brad through. Ooh, I want to do another little hole right here. Just because this is the prototype. It doesn't necessarily need the hole there, but we'll figure that out. But that way we can fold that over. Because I'd like there to be some opportunity for movement. That if somebody needs something kind of shifted. Ah, hey Lola. Lola says, crazy love your tie-dye. Ooh, which one's your favorite? Shameless self-promotion, just because you brought it up. We are accepting, this is our last day of malachite pre-orders on our website if you're interested in a malachite themed schemed tie-dye. All right, y'all ready for this to get kind of weird? Dirt. Start, says Randy. Okay. It's perfect. Oh, I cannot see out of my eye holes that aren't lined up. There we go. I had to thread my lashes through first. Oh, Lord. Randy, can you come help me? I'm stuck on my own head. I just bashed my shin on this box that's under my desk. Don't shake your head no at me. I need you. Oh, I figured it out. No, I still need you. Okay, I'll use the table to hold my face on. No, I've got it. Don't bother now. Okay, so there we go. I feel like the time I got hung up on the doorknob because I was trying to tighten my corset. So I put the laces around the doorknob, but then the door opened because it was in the bathroom at the convention center. You remember at VisionCon? It was the same time when I twisted my knuckle getting ready for the costume contest. But I had to pee. Anyways, I can't read comments now. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay. So yeah, so just picture with me for a moment. Oh, I think that's gonna work. Randy, what do you think? What do you think? Do you like it? Are some of the leaves sticking up too high? Because I feel like there's like a massive gap right here, but we'll figure that out. You think it's perfect? I love you so much. I'd have cried right in your face if you'd told me anything otherwise. But yeah, and so that way I kind of do like these little leafy bits poking out a little farther, though I'm uncertain. Hey, Wendy, do you have a preference? We're looking specifically in this area. Do you have a preference between this side and this side with the additional? Yeah, like which looks better? It's not to be this way, but I kind of have some nice ear holes. And so I like to have my ear holes out. Like, would this get in the way of wearing cute earrings? Okay. We can always cut it off later. Because I thought, in case, like, in case I were wearing like really massive, like my satyr ears or something, and I wanted something to help blend out. You think so? Right on. They're upstairs. We can test that later because this is just the prototype. But I thought it'd be a nice way of, I don't know. What do y'all think? I'm kind of digging it. What do you think, Maddie? Being weird. What are you doing? Well, that's fair. I don't know. What do you think of this? Because it's just the front half. I haven't put on the headband that has the antlers and stuff. But like, because I feel like there's too much space. Well, this one's a different leather type, so it's all floppy and weird. But when it's, you like that? Well, hot dog. Yeah, it's floppy. Flop. Go down. Yeah, okay. It's where my glasses. There they are. All right. So, oh, and it's in my eye holes. So that's our prototype for the faceplate. Ooh, Christina says she likes it. Maybe dye the leather with a tinge of green. Ooh, yes, definitely. Well, this is just foam. We're just prototyping out the foam bit right now. But this will, like, now hopefully you'll be able to see what I meant whenever I had said that it's going to be sandwiched. So I think I may sew along the like through the leather and through the thermoplastic. I may do a little bit of a stitch or something, or I may just be able to use the thermoplastic to fuse it between the thermo and barge cement. I really hate the smell of barge cement, and I really don't want that right up on my face. It stresses me out because it's stinky. I am your wife, Miss Leafface. Oh, hey Lydia, how's it going? Oh, Becca says it's still amazing for a prototype. Well, thank you. Michelle says you got to make that piece stand for sure. It just floppy. It just needs a little thermoplastic in its life. But whenever we make that out of, I mean, you see how this one stands up by its own accord. This one will match suit whenever we get it all pieced together, hopefully. But yeah, in that way, the sewing would come up to like here, and it would keep these guys pieced together. And it makes me wonder if I shouldn't cut this piece from the same. So like these three would be separate pieces, but I think we may incorporate this one into being cut from the same piece as well, because then we can like sculpt it back. Ooh, what are you thinking Velcro for? Like, I'm not against Velcro. See, you had a vision and boom. Fancy ass Korok. Yes! When all else fails, face plant. Well, even better, we can just hang out during the live streams. Christmas is yours. Christmas is yours and mine. Okay. So then, because if we're going to punch a hole there, we may as well. I don't know, this is one more piece to hand cut out. Let me see. Would wire hold it up? Doesn't it smell? The wire or the barge cement? Yes, this is my original leaf mask, and now I'm just kind of using it to build on top of. Like, that's just how I design costumes, you guys. My very first belly dance outfit was just a bunch of jangly anklets that I like kept pinning to like different bras and pants and being like, how does this drape and lay? And because A necklace is just a longer bracelet, and a belt is just a longer necklace. And then if you put the necklace on your head, boom, it's a circlet. And then you can start doing interesting things with like arm swags and stuff. So like by taking smaller completed pieces, it really helps me to visualize. Like, would y'all have ever thought, like, really, that this would have made any sense whatsoever, this piece of foam here? Oh, how hot is it here, honey? It's actually not that bad today. Like, it's hot, but it's not like, ugh. Right on. Randy says it is really hot. The house just hasn't heated up, which is nice. 89 degrees. I'll take it. That's better than triple digits. That's for darn tootin'. It is very humid, but there is a nice breeze. The cement smells. Yes, the barge cement smells. Which is why I think I may do the hand stitching, but I really love stuff that just looks like invisible. Okay, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to. What was the app I used to use, honey, for designing? Was it Inkscape? Okay. Yeah, for vector lines. Well, did I use that to make the PDFs for? Okay. Because at least I was supposed to. That's fair and valid. No, yeah, these other ones, that leaf that you printed off, I drew on paper and we scanned it and then just printed that off. Like, I really need to up my game on that. But I'm thinking that what we can do, I needed something that's like 1 inch square. Randy, do we have any of those little like cut mats? It's right here. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to bump the tripod. Or whatever this thing, the microphone. I'm doing it on purpose, Randy says. So now that we have a very rough prototype, I'm going to get this lined up, and I'm actually going, whoops, I'm not going to be able to keep up with chat for just a sec. Where's my camera? Okay, so I'm going to use, I'm actually going to plug in this phone for a little bit. Okay, so I'm just coming in. I'm coming all the way out. And I'm going to take a picture, and it's on a grid. So, Christmas is yours. And I'm going to do, what size is this? Because I want to keep it relatively to scale. I'm going to make a new that's like 15 by 15 in inches. Okay. And so now we can, it's not perfect, but we're figuring it out. I'm setting up our drawing guide to be symmetrical. And then I'm going to set this layer up. Oops. Well, I'm going to insert that same photo again. I'm reducing the opacity so that I can see what on earth is going on. And then I'm going to make it great big. Okay. And then I'm going to make a new layer. And I want to do this with the monoline. Yep. And drawing assist is on. And I'm just going to pick whichever side I like better. And I kind of like this side better. So now and I'm ignoring the other side because you can see, ooh, not symmetrical. That's okay. And I want to keep our tips nice. We can keep that stuff tidy as we go. Nope. There we are. And I am using the app called Procreate. Nope. And I like this app. I'm still learning how to use it, but that's okay. Let's see. A jeweler's saw. I'm playing with my jeweler's saw for the first time. I've obviously going crazy and doing a filigree cuff bracelet. Oh my goodness. I can't wait to see what you make. It's going to be awesome. Making stuff with gold findings, blah, no accounting for taste, and I need to get gold wire to make the other stuff. Yuck, it hurts my eyes. Oh no. Oh, okay. Yeah, to be able to understand the whole multiverse thing, that really does help. Allegedly. Oh my god. Something happened, and now if I touch my phone, it goes weird. Okay, I'm so sorry. Do what, Randy? Yeah. Yeah, it is. And so now from here, I want to see if I can find a halfway happy between these two sides. So I'm going to come around through here like that. Nope. But yeah, because over on this side, it wasn't going to be able to coexist. That's all right. There we go. So, but this gives us, oh, and then I also want to, this is 1 inch. And so now whenever I print this, it's going to have to be on 2 different sheets of paper. Though I don't know, we may be able to figure out how to get it to fit in an 8.5 by 11. But I'm going to turn off the assist real quick. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to erase. Now I have to keep in mind this isn't perfect, but it's close. It is real close. I guess it needs eyeballs, right? I don't know. I feel like we'll use our front template to do the eyeballs. I wonder. I've never tried this before. Oh, nope. What was I doing? Yeah, okay. Apparently that's not a good idea. Did it just. Oh, no. It undid everything. Okay, it looks like we're caught back up. Okay, okay, I'm not gonna do that again. Um, hey, Amy. Amy says I don't like working with gold either. I just tell people I will do it in antique brass, but that is as close as I will get. Nice. I get that. So yeah, so now I should be able to size that down. It doesn't really look like much though, does it? Let's turn the drawing assist back on. And then I'm going to get in here and I'm going to do a real nice eye shape. And I always like to cut eye holes out a little large to what they necessarily need to be. I don't feel like that's symmetrical. Do what, baby? With your eye holes. Symmetrical enough. But yeah, and especially on the under layer, the eye hole will be even larger than on this layer. So I kind of feel like I want to freehand select this section. I'm going to click copy and paste. And I'm going to lift it off. And I'm going to come over here because I think I'd rather I just want to see. Now is the time for experimenting. Because we can make that way bigger. Because I feel like this line, that doesn't look leaf-ish. It just looks like some wank, like jank zigzags. I don't know what I said. Wank. So if I took this and positioned it and then kind of had that edge follow, I think that might be neat. And then I can duplicate and I can select it and I can do flip horizontal and then we can just move that to the other side. And I'm going to merge those two together. And then I'm going to come in here with the eraser because we don't need all this in the middle. We don't even need all this over here. There we go. And again, I don't feel like it needs to be perfectly symmetrical either. Hey Lisa, how's it going? How have you been today? Then I can come right back up here and it's only going to select what's from this layer. And so I can click copy and paste again and bring it on down. And then we can rotate. And maybe try to line some things up. And then I'm going to duplicate and I'm going to grab it and I'm going to flip horizontal and then I'm going to bring it over here. And you can see we have it kind of lined up. And then we can merge that layer and I'm going to come in here with our eraser and I'm just going to clear out some of that weird overlap. Wait, where did we want to end up? The groundhog's knocking under the house again. Sorry. I'm going to get in the stomp off with this groundhog. Okay, so now I've merged those two layers. I don't know if that was wise or not, but let's go ahead and put the drawing assist in, just for poop and a chuckle. The rest is yours. There we are. And then we'll come in here. Let's see. I want to keep this pokey uppy spot. Oof. Well, that's looking kind of rough. I guess they aren't perfectly symmetrical, are they? All right, then. Let's go ahead and turn off the drawing assist before I goober up. Oh, what goobers. Sorry, there's a groundhog under the floor. I can feel it. Randy, is that you? Are you with me? Okay, then there's something down into the house, definitely. You hear that? I can feel it under my feet. We might need to go into the basement. Sorry, we're having critter issues. For the look of gold, but I'm a beater though. Does it count if I use gold beads? I tell myself it does. Yes! Oh, uh-oh, what did I just click? Katista says, oof, I need a nap. I'll have to catch the next stream. Bye, Katista. Thanks so much for hanging out. I do hope you get to feeling better. I thought you were smacking your pad. No, I'm stomping on the floor to try to be like, please get out from under my house. Like, there's groundhog is nothing but trouble. And of course, it does what groundhogs do and made more cute baby groundhogs, who they themselves are just trouble. Oh, is it? Yeah, this one's smaller, which is somehow more problematic because it's bolder about, oh, I'll just move in under here. Right? So we can edit that arc just a little bit, and I'm going to get this smoothed out. Well, hopefully, Kit, we can lure you off to sleep. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate that first layer and just kind of remove it. And now this one I'm going to bring up to maximum. And I'm just going to erase our original line. I like this much better, personally. Okay, what do I need to do? Right here. I'm gonna see, where's this at? There we go. Maybe. In fact, we don't even have to put the eye holes on there just yet. Because I was going to ask Honey if you could help me to get this printed. Okay. I don't know how to make it print true to size. Like, you know what I mean? I think if we save it as a PDF, that holds it true to size. There's got to be a way. This is the bane of my existence, just trying to get the freaking lines to line up with each other without being like wibble wobble, wibble wobble. Ah! Michelle says, I love it. Yeah, Amazing Amy says groundhogs are stupid stubborn. They will look at you defiantly as you yell at them. Honestly, though, might be my spirit animal. Like, I love groundhogs, except for when they're up in my business. Do it, babe. Or eating all of my, well, specifically the romaine. That broke my heart, but that's neither here nor there. Ooh, okay, so yeah, I'm going to erase these eye holes because they do look way too close together. And we'll just map out the eye holes with our front layer template. But yeah, I feel really good about that. And if we can kind of visualize, no, I'm not going to be able to bring that out that far. Well, I know what's going on here. Let's merge these two layers. It is now assisted. And are we able to do that? Oof. Let's turn the assist off and get these last bits of lines tidied up. Now, also, when cutting this out, every time there's a little spot that's like that, I would use a hole punch. And you can see here we have quite a few different sizes and shapes of hole punch. So oftentimes I just find the hole punch that lines up with where I'm going to be cutting out from, and I'll punch and I go through and I do all the hole punches first, and then I'll use a box knife and cut out like that away. Let me see though if I'm able to export this as a PDF. I can. All right, last check. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, let me back up a second, put this. Honey, I'm gonna save it to Dropbox. Is there a file that you would like for me to put? I could make a new folder. I'm gonna do a new folder, and it's gonna be leaf mask whip. No, why is it in YouTube thumbnails? Aw, son of a duck. Hey Randy, I can't figure out how to move a. How do I get rid of a folder? Oh. Okay, so it's under leaf mask work in progress under YouTube thumbnails. I've just added it. Okay, so Randy's gonna get on that for me because he's amazing. And now I can see. Hey Rain, how's it going? I'm so sorry I didn't have comments pulled up. That's a horrible noise. I'm sorry. Okay. Maybe your groundhog is hot chilling under your home for some shade. Maybe, but he can do to dig less. That'd be cool. All right. So Randy's got that printing out for me, or will soon. And now we get to figure out how we want to do the headband. Which what we've. Is everything okay? Is the printer working? I'm real nervous to see how it gets complicated. I'm trying to print the sizing. I did it. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Okay, well, printing it to scale does not work. That's very small. Might be a cool shoulder template though. I don't know how to make it print to this. Okay, so our next step is going to be to have. Well, I set the page that I drew it on, like the canvas in Procreate was 15 inches by 15 inches. So like, so I don't know how to be helpful, except for it's probably not to scale whichever way you put it. So this is going to be attached to a headband base. And I think we had the antlers set in behind these guys. So these really are going to be two just rogue leaves. Time for a coffee. Oh, I think it might be. I do want some coffee. I don't think I have any iced coffee made though. Now begins the fun part of trying to get the PDF reading software to tell our printer what to do. This mess is yours. This mess is yours and mine. Organic says, I was just wondering if you make shoulder arm guards and leaves to match. Yeah, we have some bracers too, but they need some work. I made them from way too thin of a leather, so they're like underwhelming, but that's okay. Well, thank you, Rain. I am hopeful that this will be a good thing. Let me see. I need to grab a different charger. Hey, big boy, what's up? You okay? Well, hey, Keelan. Is this? No, that's a USB. Okay. Hey, Wandy. Do you have any more USB Type C chargers? Okay. Okay. All right then. Thank you. My phone's at 15%, and I don't think there's anything I can do for it. This one, and I need to have that guy plugged in. And it's draining faster than it's charging, anyways. Okay. There we go. Nothing seems to hold a battery charge for very long anymore. There we go. 43%. Excellent. So at least the cameras won't die. So this brings me to my next stage. I don't know that I'm going to use this piece because I drew it up in Procreate, or not Procreate, Cricut. So I may try to just have okay, so those two were the rogue on the sides. So I may try just having I don't know. Are we making progress? Well, shush small. All right, so we're gonna use this strip right here to be our headband base. A Forest Guardian outfit for cosplay at Dragon Con. That would be really cool. I hate to be the opposite of fun, but I will not be in any extravagant costuming at Dragon Con because we are there to uh, work and get other people dressed up in our costumes. So I would like to have a Wild Guardian type costume made to sell, but I personally will not be wearing it if that's what you meant. Okay. If anything, baby, we can tackle that after today's live stream because it may be worth doing some research to see how to resize PDFs or something for printing from a brother printer. Okay. So now from here, pardon me, just a moment, y'all. There we go. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just getting like, so help me if I get sick, I'm just gonna have a fit. Um, but to kind of carve out the headband layer, because I think if we had this, like if all of this were one solid piece. Okay, so I'm ready for a new piece of Silly Winks. And this length is certainly long enough. And then what I like to do is I like to fold the ends over because if this is leather, it's likely to be riveted. And I like for that to be happening at right above the ears, here and here on those sides. Oh, yeah, Rain. I think I remember that piece. Was it one of the electroformed ones? Okay. So I think I'm going to have to do this one hand cut out as well, which will be all right. Oh my goodness, though. This is really intense. Like, there's a lot going on here. So I wonder if we wouldn't be able to just go like this instead. For printing, make sure any fit to page or similar options are not checked in the print option and it should work. Oh, okay. Randy says he's been trying that. Our printers have given us particular stress over the years. And I try to not let it discourage, but I really appreciate Randy's patience and persistence with it. Okay. So I'm getting this pinned through all the layers of leather and all the layers of foam. But thank you, Leah. That is really helpful. What time do I need to stop today? Okay. Printers can smell fear and urgency. I do think. Yeah, baby? Oh, really? He says no matter what option he changes. And 200% made it real small. Well, I appreciate you, baby. We will tackle this later. I hand these back to you. We'll flip them over and use them as scrap. Okay. The thing is, though, is that it's currently sized to be bigger than what I need. So it doesn't make any sense at all that it's coming out to fit an 8.5 by 11. I mean, I will still try that, but I don't think that that's what the culprit is. Printers can smell fear. It really is. That's truth, though. So now I'm going to try to extract this underlayer. And I can line this back up with where our pinhole is. Or not. And if you decide to stitch together on the front mainly, if you could add a small bead to each stitch, like the tube-shaped seed beads. Oh, that would be so pretty, Erica. That'd be beautiful, but worth it. Oh, and I lost my... Okay, so I'm just going to kind of aim loosely and guess. Did you try changing paper size? At my Wandy. He says, yep. It may come down to how I saved the file. I may need to completely redo the like the canvas size or something. But the good news is I've already drawn it. I can now take that and translate it into whatever we need. So okay, very cool. So now on my darling. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to plan on these three being punched out, and we will have a little piece of leather that comes up. If you could help me to remember, honey, I need to get my thing of pins back from Abby. Thank you. So I'm just going to demark where the bottom part of our leaves is sitting. There we go. And then from here, this piece of leather, we may actually have a hole punch specifically for this that I think might be perfect. And I am not hammering with this because it is just on my metal block or granite block. Yeah, it's my Cricut though. I don't want to cut it up. And it's not glass. This is the one we take pictures of all of our inventory on. Now I'd love. Hey Tracy, how's it going? We are working on our leaf mask today. And it is just a doozy of a project, but we'll get there. So this one I do think I'm going to try folding in half. Randy, could I have like 2 or 3 binder clips, please? Scooch this out the way. Perfect, thank you. But today we are prototyping out the pattern for a extravagant leather leaf mask. And so what I'm going to do is I am going to very loosely cut out our situation. And this way I can make sure our cuts are nice and straight and even. When the heart breaks you, it don't break me. What am I supposed to say? We'll turn up and you're okay. Ooh, loud noises. Sorry, y'all. So I'm just cutting on this one. And I'm cutting around the curve right here, real careful like. Then I know we have that punch, but I'm just gonna, there we are. Freehand it for now. There we go. And so now, and y'all, this is just, oh, that looks cool. This is just further proof that you do not have to get it perfect on the first drawing, like at all. Like the whole point of so much of this is to refine it, is to kind of flesh it out and make it really amazing. Oh, Michelle says an awesome leaf mask. I'm so excited. It's gonna be so cute. Ooh. Thank you guys so much for your encouragement. I'm trying to keep a very positive mindset. I'm trying to not let anything get in my way between me and my art. And that's kind of tricky because it really does feel like an uphill battle with algorithms. And if I take any time off whatsoever, it's like it feels like we backslide. And the thing is I really needed Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I didn't get on my phone at all. Like I think I might have taken some cute pictures of my cat, but other than that, like I didn't do like check my YouTube stats. I didn't do engagement on any of our social media platforms. Like I went like full hermit, and that was so wonderful. But then to come back and like I don't know if I don't know how to draw the line and maintain the balance between doing what's best for the business and doing what's best for me. I just don't know. So we'll have to see and keep playing it by ear. I just really hoped that I'd have a. Oh, Abby's here. Just a sec, y'all. I'll be right back. There you are. I was looking for you at that side. Alrighty, y'all. My niece has come back from Texas, so I need to go. We are gonna get her and her two cats settled back in. So I hate to cut the stream short, but we didn't know when she'd be rolling in today. So if y'all have any questions or anything like that, please do send us an email at backtooearthcreations@yahoo.com or leave a comment, and I will do my best to get back to you. I'm really excited to see how this mask develops, you guys. But I want to be fully on board for whenever the cats come and meet Z and Ember. So I need to go. If you see me tomorrow, all scratched up, everything's probably fine. But we will be streaming tomorrow from 5 until at least 7, maybe until 8. We may be working on this leaf mask again. But I will see y'all there. And until then, you guys, happy crafting. Mwah. Bye. Oh, Randy wanted me to remind you guys real quick before he clicks the button that today is our last day to take pre-orders on our malachite tie-dye like geode tops. The listing is at backtooearthcreations.com/tie-dye. But I will see y'all next time. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I get to meet two cats. Bye. Happy crafting, guys.